Limit from graph. Question 7. Use the graph to find the limit if it exists. A. Limit of the function when x approaches 3. B. Limit of the function when x approaches 2. And C is limit of this function when x approaches 0. So from the graph we can see that when x approaches 3, which is this point, if you approach from the left side or from the right side, the value approach is 2. You see, this is the value approach. Correct? And therefore, we say limit of the function when x approaches 3 is 3. Since we see that from both the sides we approach one value, and that is 2. Since we approach 3 from left, we approach a value 2, and if we approach from the right, we get to the value 2, right? So that is the limit of this function as x approaches 3 from both the sides. Now the second part is limit of the function when x approaches 2. Now when you approach 2 from left side, so what you notice here is the limit when you approach x function 2 from minus side of f of x, what do you get? So when you approach from minus side, you reach a value 0, so that is 0. But when you approach this function from to plus, that means the right side, then you approach a value 3. Do you see that? You approach 3. Now since these two values are different, they are not equal, right? So one is approaching 0, from the other side you are approaching 3. So there is a discontinuity and the limit does not exist. So we say limit does not exist. Okay. So for limit does not exist, I'll just write D and E. Now let's consider what happens when we are approaching the function at 0. So when you approach from the left side, you approach a value minus 2, and even from the right side we get to the same value, minus 2, right? And therefore we say that limit exists at x equals 2, or when x approaches 0, right? So in this case we have the limit when x approaches 0 from negative side of f of x is equal to limit when x approaches 0 from positive side of f of x, and the value is minus 2, right? So here the value is minus 2. So that is our answer. Thank you.